All right, this is the new TV and how everything works.
All right, so using these two remote controls, we're going to start with everything is off right now.
Everything's off, okay?
All power. I'm going to push it one time.
And this is the Xfinity Comcast
cable
one.
remote.
Okay. Hit the power button.
TV's going to come on. TV's going to send a signal to the receiver to tell the receiver to come on. And the receiver will come on to the last input that it was on. So in this case, it was on cable. Therefore, it comes back to the cable input.
Okay.
At this point, picture and sound is synced up. We can use the Xfinity remote for changing channels, adjusting volume. We've even got the voice control function where we can push the blue button. ESPN. Basically talking to the remote.
So you press that blue button, you press and hold and talk, and then it takes you to ESPN. Very cool.
Yeah, you can also search for certain programs, certain events. Braves baseball. I think I hit a button, but so it pulls up the Braves schedule down there at the bottom for us. Yeah, we might not get the channel. Let's see. Yeah, so it's just giving us some information on the game there.
Cool.
Exit button's going to exit us out of there. All right, so ultimately, other than that, this remote's working just as it's done in the past for us. Volume up and down, channel up and down.
Okay.
When we want to do something different, we're going to use the Sony TV remote. This guy right here. All right. Easiest way to do it is to hit this little colored button right here in the middle. That's the mic button. And that would allow us to access easily YouTube or Netflix, Prime Video, anything basically that we speak into it. So I'm going to push it. YouTube. And that takes us into the YouTube app. As soon as I click on a video, our sound switches over for us. So we've got now YouTube, picture and sound.
Okay.
Volume up and down on this remote.
Okay, then we're back on the Sony one. Okay.
Yep. Either one of these volumes will work for us, but since I've got this remote in my hand, that's allowing us to adjust the volume. When we want to go back to cable, I'm going to hit the input button. It's going to pull up this little list down at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to scroll to the left using the navigational arrows on the remote control to the blue icon. It says HDMI 3, specifically the blue one. I'm going to click on it. It's going to pull up this little home screen on the TV. And we want watch. Watch is already highlighted in white, so I'm going to click the middle button on it. Scroll to the left 2 times to where it says SAT/cable TV or CATV. We don't want the one that says TV. We want the one that says SAT, CATV. Once we click on that, then we'll have picture and sound synced up. And I was hitting the select button right there. So the navigational arrows on the remote, up, down, left, right, and the middle is select.
Okay.
Up, down, left, right,
in the middle is select. Okay.
All right. Let's say we want to watch a Blu-ray.
Okay.
Watch a Blu-ray, I can hit the input button on this remote.
Okay.
And then down at the bottom of the screen, I'm going to scroll to the left using the navigational arrows on the remote. I'm going to see where it says BD player. I'll click on that. That's going to turn on our Blu-ray player. It's going to change inputs on the Sony receiver.
Okay.
If there's a disc in the machine, it's going to start playing it for us. And eventually it'll come to a screen where we'll need to select something, in which case we'll use the Sony TV remote control. We'll use the navigational arrows to move around.
Okay.
And then we've also got our play, pause, fast forward, and rewind at the bottom of the remote.
So those around the circle thing, they do the menu, and the ones at the bottom do once you're in the movie to fast forward, play, and rewind.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm going to pause it for a second. I'm sorry, I need to grab this. Yes, sir. I'm going through instructions right now. What you got?
So right now this is on the Blu-ray, the commercial on the DVD that's in the Blu-ray player.
Say it again. Is it not replacing a receiver? Gotcha. Okay. from here when you left the launch seat. Okay. I mean, I should be out here within about 10 minutes or so. Right. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
All right, so
we're still in Blu-ray.
Blu-ray. That's that must be just an advertisement.
I think it's just that, yeah.
Yeah. Can I fast forward? Yep. So I hit the fast forward button, and I'm actually able to fast forward, do some of that commercial.
So you have to get through all the ads before you get to the menu to play the movie.
Yep. So this should be popping up the disc menu. There we go. All right. So now we'll use the navigational arrows.
Okay.
And yep, there we just I'll go to chapters, and we'll select a chapter.
And then you just hit the center button.
Just using navigational arrows, center button to select. And so that gets us playing the movie. And there we are.
And now we're in the movie.
All right, so let's say we're done watching the movie. We want to go back to watching TV.
Okay.
We're going to hit the input button.
Okay.
We're going to scroll over to the blue icon on the television.
Okay.
We're going to click the center button on the remote control to select it.
Okay.
And I'll pull up the home screen on the TV. From there, we're going to select watch. Watch is already highlighted in white, so I just have to hit the select button on the remote.
Okay.
And we're going to scroll to the right one time to highlight SAT, CATV.
Okay.
Select on that, and that'll get us back to our Xfinity cable picture and sound.
And it goes back to the last thing that was on through the cable box. And now we use the Comcast remote.
Correct. Use that remote for changing channels, watching TV, watching something we've recorded, on-demand programming, any of that. If we want to play the PlayStation, Sony TV remote, we're going to hit the input button. On the bottom of the TV screen there, we'll see PlayStation 4. We can go to the left one time, highlight it, click on it. PlayStation comes on. Within a few seconds, we'll have the PlayStation picture when it finally boots up. And we've also got basic operation of the PlayStation using the Sony TV remote navigational arrows.
Okay.
So we can do control of the PlayStation. You probably wouldn't want to play a game with it, but we can still use the remote for moving around with our navigational arrows.
Cool.
Getting back to TV.
Input.
Input. Blue box. Select. Watch. Select. SAT, CATV. Select. And here we are back on Xfinity Picture and Sound.
Okay. Now, if we're in the Blu-ray or the PlayStation, can we go right to YouTube, or we need to go back to the TV?
You can go to. We can certainly go to YouTube from any of the inputs.
So how would you do that?
So again, we'll go back to PlayStation. So we're in PlayStation.
Okay.
Picture and sound. To access YouTube. YouTube.
And it just goes back right into the last video we were watching. Very cool. No sound? Or is there sound? It's just soft.
Hit the back button there. All right, for some reason we're not getting sound, so I'm gonna come out of here. So I'm gonna go input, We're going to try it again. Watch.
There we go. So just go back to TV.
Sound, yeah, so I'm going to come back to it and find out if...
I wish everyone loved each other.
YouTube.
And that was a great wish, Jim.
Get a bacon double stack with a quarter-pound of fresh beef, nuggets, fries, and a drink for just...
No sound.
Let's see if it's just something specific to YouTube or if...
Nope.
All right, so we're going to power it off.
And which one did you use to power it off?
Just back the Comcast,
Comcast
power.
one? Okay.
Yep. So let's cut it off. I'll wait for everything to shut off, and then I'll bring it back on and
Okay.
see if it was just some sync issue.
No idea what's coming to you.
So for whatever reason, it just...
What do you think he'll do?
Didn't
For whatever reason, there was some sort of handshake, some sort of sync issue between the TV and the receiver. But by turning it
all else
off,
fails, turn it off and turn it back
turn
on.
it off, turn it back on. When we turn it off, essentially it breaks the connection between the two.
Okay.
And when we cut it back on, it reestablishes the connection, in which case it fixed the
Okay,
the
there's
issue
no more
there.
sound again.
I just turned it down.
Oh, okay. Scared me.
You wanted me back. I'm back.
To him, this is just...
Show me one more time also, please, Chris, how to go to YouTube, not with the voice command, but with the menu button.
Okay. So right now we're on cable TV. We're back just watching Xfinity. If we want to access YouTube or any of the other apps that are built into the television using the TV remote, we've got the option of either voice control or we can hit the home button. So when we hit the home button, basically it's going to pull up a home screen on the television.
Okay.
And we'll see the top row here for apps. These are all apps that are built into the television. Popular ones are listed first. You get your Netflix, Prime Video, Sony Select, YouTube. We can click the plus button to add additional apps to the television if we wanted to add Hulu or Crackle or other apps that are available to you. We just click click the button to add more. But,
So what's this second row?
second row down is Sony Select. So essentially these are just more
Different
basically
ways of
more
getting...
apps,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Most of them are subscription-based services where you would
Gotcha.
subscribe to it.
Okay.
And then if I can hit the back button, that'll keep it.
Are you hitting the back button or the up and down?
Yeah, I was hitting back. I wanted to see if. Oh, all right, so I'm gonna hit input. Watch. I tried to hit the back button to see if it exits us out of the home screen, but it won't. So we had to hit input and then go through the watch and then SATV.
Okay.
Powering system off. One power button right there. We just touch it one time. That'll power off the television. I gotta aim it at the TV. Power's off the TV. TV tells the receiver to cut off. Receiver tells any of the other devices that are on to cut off. So at this point, everything is off.
Okay.
Look good?
Thank you.
You're welcome.